Have you ever wondered why some people succeed beyond expectation, while others struggle despite their efforts? Why does one man's breakthrough come effortlessly, while another toils with no results? The Bible provides a clue in Ecclesiastes 9:11. The race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor bread to the wise, nor riches to men of understanding, nor favor to men of skill, but time and chance happen to them all. This verse tells us that success is not only about effort, wisdom, or strength. It is also about recognizing divine timing and seizing the opportunities God presents. But here's the problem. Man does not naturally know his time. Ecclesiastes 9:12 warns that just as fish are caught in a net and birds in a trap, people can be caught by sudden calamity if they fail to recognize the season they are in. Today we will explore real biblical examples of people who either seized or missed their divine moments. By the end of this video, you will understand the importance of knowing God's timing and acting accordingly, so that when your opportunity comes, you will not let it slip away. In Luke 19:41-44, we see one of the saddest moments in history, Jesus weeping over Jerusalem. But why was he crying? Jesus said, "If you had known, even you, especially in this your day, the things that make for your peace, but now they are hidden from your eyes." Jerusalem had been given a divine opportunity. It was their time of visitation, their chance to embrace the Messiah, receive salvation, and enter into peace. But they didn't recognize it. Because they missed their appointed time, Jesus warned that destruction would come upon them. And history confirms this. In AD 70, the Romans besieged Jerusalem, destroying the temple and scattering the Jewish people. Lesson: missing divine timing can have devastating consequences. Just as Jerusalem faced destruction for failing to recognize their moment, we too can experience loss when we do not discern the seasons of God's plan for our lives. Unlike Jerusalem, the sons of Issachar in 1 Chronicles 12:32 understood the times and knew what Israel ought to do. But who were they? The sons of Issachar were a small but influential tribe in Israel. While other tribes were known for their military strength, Issachar was known for wisdom. They studied patterns, observed signs, and discerned God's calendar. During a time of national transition, when King Saul had died and Israel was uncertain about its next ruler, they recognized that God had chosen David. Because of their understanding, their brethren followed their leadership. Even mighty warriors obeyed them. Lesson: understanding divine timing gives you influence and authority. Just as the sons of Issachar guided an entire nation, knowing God's calendar for your life positions you to lead, prosper, and make wise decisions. Let's consider the life of Joseph. Joseph's life was full of trials. Sold into slavery by his own brothers, wrongfully accused and thrown into prison. But in Genesis 41, after years of waiting, his moment finally arrived. Pharaoh had two troubling dreams that no one could interpret. Joseph was brought before him and, by God's wisdom, not only interpreted the dreams, but also provided a solution: how to store grain for 7 years of famine. Now imagine if Joseph had only stopped at interpreting the dream, saying, "Good luck, Pharaoh." He might have been rewarded and sent back to prison or made an advisor with no real influence. But because he knew what to do, he was promoted to second in command over all Egypt. Lesson: when your divine moment comes, you must have the wisdom to take action. It's not enough to recognize God's timing. You must also prepare and position yourself to step into it fully. In 2 Kings 2:1-13, Elijah was about to be taken to heaven. The sons of the prophets, men who studied under Elijah, knew this was happening. They said to Elisha, "Do you know that today the Lord will take your master away?" Elisha answered, "Yes, I know." Keep silent. But here's the difference. While they talked about it, Elisha acted on it. He followed Elijah closely, refusing to leave his side. When Elijah was taken up, Elisha received a double portion of his spirit. Meanwhile, the other prophets stood at a distance and got nothing. Lesson: knowing the times isn't enough. You must know what to do and take action. The other prophets were aware of the event, but only Elisha positioned himself to receive the blessing. Finally, in 2 Kings 13:14-19, King Joash went to see the dying prophet Elisha. He recognized the prophet's power and influence over Israel. But when Elisha gave him a prophetic act, shooting arrows to symbolize victory over his enemies? Joash hesitated. Elisha told him to strike the ground, but Joash only struck 3 times and stopped. Elisha became angry and said, "You should have struck 5 or 6 times. Then you would have completely destroyed your enemy. But now you will only defeat them 3 times." Joash's half-hearted response cost Israel a complete victory. Lesson: sometimes our failure to fully embrace divine opportunities limits the blessings we receive. When God calls you to act, don't do it half-heartedly. Go all in. Understanding divine timing is crucial. Some missed it, like Jerusalem and Joash, while others seized it, like Joseph and Elisha. The question is, do you know what time it is in your life? Are you recognizing the opportunities God is bringing your way? Are you acting on them? Let's pray for the wisdom of the sons of Issachar, the boldness of Joseph, and the persistence of Elisha, so that we may step into God's perfect timing for our lives. If this message spoke to you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, stay blessed and stay discerning.